today I decided to sit down and film this Valentine's Day ish makeup look. I use a couple of browns, some reds in there, so just something good for a date night or any night really. I use a couple different products, mostly the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia and a few other new things to me, and I really like the way it came out. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. And it's also my very first video, so if you have any comments or suggestions or things that you would like to see, then feel free to let me know. I would really appreciate the feedback. So yeah, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So jumping right in, I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer all over the face. That's going to be my base to make sure my makeup stays on all day and goes on smoothly. Next, I'm taking my NYX Dark Circle Corrector in the shade Light Pale. And this is going to counteract the darkness I have underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend that out. To further color correct, I'm going to take my L.A Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Green, and this is going to combat any redness from like acne or discoloration that I have. Next, my new favorite thing is this IT Cosmetics by Redness. I put this on top of the green just so it doesn't show through my foundation, and also like on my nose or anywhere else I have redness that I don't want to peek through on my foundation throughout the day once it starts to wear off. So next I'm taking my foundation, which is the Georgio Armani Luminous Silk in the shade 6.25 and a drop of the Cover FX drops. This is just going to further enhance that really glowy and dewy look of the foundation. And this is one of my favorite ways to really achieve that healthy, glowy complexion. You know, you don't want to be looking dusty around your man if you're going out. You want to look very dewy and cute. So this is Sunlight by Cover FX, awesome little drops. Next, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral, and this is like the best concealer I've ever tried. And if you're like me and obsessed with makeup and YouTube, then you already have heard all about this. You can find this at Ulta. It's very full coverage, pretty much sets itself, and it pretty much never creases. So, no, can't say any more good things about it. It's awesome. You guys should check it out. So here I'm going in with my L.A Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast to cream contour my face. I don't usually do this, but whenever I'm going out at night or like on a date, anywhere that I want my makeup to stay on pretty much the whole time and be like bulletproof, I always cream contour and then set it with a powder on top. And I always do this to contour my nose. I feel like it's the most effective way to get the look that I'm going for and really help it stay on. So I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is always wet. It's way harder and almost ineffective to blend with a dry sponge. And sometimes I like to take this eyeshadow brush just to blend out a little bit more. That's what I powder contour with. Now I'm going to bake my face with the Mercier translucent setting powder to really lock everything into place. I'm going in with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as an eyeshadow primer today. This is really going to help with the longevity and color payoff of my eyeshadows. You can use concealer or whatever you have. I'm just going to use a synthetic brush to blend that all over my eyelid. And I'm going to set that with that cream shade from the Mercier palette. Next, taking this medium light brown shade with a fluffy brush into my crease, and this is going to serve as our transition color. And this is just going to help with the blending of our other eyeshadows. And this is a dual-ended IT Cosmetics brush from Ulta. It's one of my faves. Jumping to this red ochre shade in the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia, I'm going to take that on a no-name Morphe brush that I got in a set and put that color in my outer V. And always go back in and blend with that fluffy brush. Next, I'm taking the colors Venetian Red and Love Letter on that same brush and putting it in the same outer V just to intensify it. So with that Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm going to take that dark brown shade from the Mercier palette and begin to put it on the outer V just to darken it up and add some more depth in there. Kind of smooth it out a little bit. Then I'm going to take that same dome brush and also the fluffy brush in the beginning and just blend that out. Going in with my Sigma E55 eye shading brush, I'm going to go into my Lorac palette and grab that light pink shade and start putting that on my front eyelid, and we're going to worry about the end later. I'm going to keep packing that on until I get the color that I want. And then going back in with that brush and putting some color back in there that was lost. Then with that same brush, I'm going to go into that plum type of sparkly shade in the Viseart palette and place that on top of the pink because it wasn't really doing it for me. And we're just going to keep blending it out. Next, I'm going to take Cypress Umber on that same dome brush and add it to the end because the dark brown that I have in the Viseart palette wasn't dark enough, so I'm just going to add that in for some more depth and smokiness and continue to blend. So back to the face, I'm going to dust off all that baking and set the rest of my face with this Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder in 125, I think. Taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and that middle shade Shadow Play, I'm going to bronze up my cheeks, forehead, and chin area with the Sonia Kashuk dome brush. Next, I'm taking a oldie but a goodie. This is Back Warm Soul Blush with a Morphe blush brush. And I'm going to place it from the apples of my cheeks to my temples because I got a little square head. Alright, next I'm taking my Farsali Gold Elixir Oil as a primer for my highlights so it can really stand out. Blending it in with my fingers and then with my beauty blender to really push it into the skin. But before we put our highlight, we're going to work on that lower lash line, and we're going to take that same dome brush and raw sienna and burnt orange from the Modern Renaissance palette and smoke out our bottom lash line. Next, we're going to take the Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush with that same dark brown from the Viseart palette and really smoke out that lash line. And use that to define that lash line. Seriously, how many times can I say lower lash line? I don't know. Then I'm just going to take my Max Factor mascara and apply it to my lower lashes. Now be prepared to get blinded, people. Alright? Boom. Taking my Anastasia A23 highlighter brush and my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, I'm applying that to the top of my cheekbones, my nose, and all the high points of my face. This is my favorite highlighter. It is so pretty. It's like a light gold shade. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and pounce that in just to give that a more skin-like finish. Now I'm taking my Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the color Trendsetter. This is a really nice soft nude. The formula is really nice and lightweight. I'm going to top that off with Kylie Literally Gloss because I think every nude needs a little gloss, a little something on top. Anyways guys, this is the completed look. I hope you like this soft brown date night smoky eye vibe, and I hope you guys liked my first video. Please like and subscribe, follow me on all my socials, it'll be down in the description box, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!